Hello dear ones, this is a very short quick video. It's a news flash. It's 10 o'clock at night, hence the electric light. I just had such a hell of a time with this full moon, and I wanted to pass on the information because it may help somebody. I'm really quite fed up with not being told anything. I see all this stuff on the internet, all the different ideas people have, but I thought no one's actually experienced it. It's all theory. And I was awake last night. Well, it started in the early evening. I know we had a full moon in Aries, and it's a difficult one for me anyway, and I do have fibromyalgia, and sometimes this gets triggered by cosmic forces, but this was unbelievable and I was quite frightened. So I'm passing it on because I'm sure somebody else will have suffered, wondering what on earth is going on with them, and I don't seem to receive information. I'm like all these so-called guys, teachers, angels, and I said, tell me what's happening to me because I'm afraid, really afraid, and would you please help me to cope? Well, I must have coped because I'm still here, but honestly it's absolutely exhausted me, and I think I've lost a bit of faith because I was really desperate for help. I didn't receive it. So basically it started in the afternoon, yesterday afternoon, when you in the UK here. So I was watching a film actually, and I suddenly felt it was like a cold energy going right across my head, right in through my brain, all the way. It was a cold, like a moving energy. Well, at my age, well, of course, any age, at my age particularly, I thought I was having a stroke. Mum did, my grandmother did, and I was really quite frightened. I thought, what on earth's happening? I felt very lightheaded, and I was so afraid I went to stand outside because I live on my own, and I get panicky, thinking if I'm going to pass out or something, I need to be outside where someone can find me. So this lasted about 2 hours. I went to bed to lie down, and it didn't get any better. It was a lot of movement, a lot of really weird feelings. So I managed to sort of calm myself down a bit by the evening, and I sent a note to somebody that I write to on the internet, who's proved to be quite helpful as a sort of a soulmate with these newsy things, because you need to ask somebody, have you experienced it? Have you, you begin to wonder if it's just you or whether it's like cosmic. I did get the feeling it could have been a download because the moon energies are very powerful, and I did read on the internet a few days ago that something was going to happen on the 20th. Well, maybe this is what happened. Maybe everyone's had a shot of this. Partly it's the Arcturian energies that's being sent down to the Earth plane, and I get so cross with it. Look, can't you just? I mean, do you assess the individual? Is it just like a blanket cosmic load, and we've got to take it on board? Because some of us, like me, are extremely sensitive to energies. Our nervous system is highly strung, and I know in June last year, well, June this year, that's right. I had this, I just froze, and I thought did come to me, your nervous system is being realigned, and it was just after I started with fibromyalgia, which I understand is a nervous condition. It started by, I'm sure they've set me off with this, I'm sure they have, and I said, you just not care, about the individual, just send all this stuff down. I mean, people are going to be. Well, I know the book Bringers of the Dawn, the Pleiadians, they do say that this energy coming in will really affect some people if they're not prepared for it. There's these strange illnesses suddenly occurring and viruses we know. All these strange things are happening, and a lot of people aren't ready, so they're not eating the right things, or, they're not prepared for this kind of energy, are they? So it's going to be difficult for some people more than others. Well, you'd think I'd know. You'd think I'd know. Well, should know better. I do know better. I've been at this for 40 years. 40 years. And the last 10, excruciatingly so. And I can't tell you what I've been through. In fact, I'm thinking of doing a video on it because there are so many things mentally for me. I really have times thought I've been losing my mind. And emotionally, of course. Physically, because the body takes the after effects of all this other stuff. So when this happened yesterday, I thought, well, this is it. And it wasn't so much I was frightened of dying, but I didn't know what it was. It felt like a cold energy sweeping through my. So I was awake all night. I can't tell you the pain I was in. It's not like pain, it's like I'm on fire. I think I wonder if I had a past life of being burned at the stake, because my whole body, well, more from the hips and the thighs and the my legs. I feel that they're on fire. Everything's on fire as well as pain. Painkillers don't help it. The only thing I can think of doing is put my feet in water, and I use the cold water, as one of my spirit masters told me to suggested. Put the cold water up my legs and up at my thighs, because that cools the nervous system apparently. It does seem to help, but I couldn't get to sleep. I just couldn't. So about 4 or 5 o'clock, I've noticed before that this kind of download of energy tends to ease back about 4 or 5 o'clock. We tend to be able to get some sleep then. Why they can't do it in the day, I don't know. But of course, this was moon energy. So it was, I thought, well, that's that. I could prepare myself for a morning sleep, and I do sleep. I'm quite good at sleeping in the mornings. But the pain, I cannot describe the pain. It was just unbelievable. I mean, I was wanting morphine. Oh dear. And of course it's no good to scream out because there's nobody here. Nobody would hear me, so I just had to write it out. I was yelling for help. Somebody just ease the pain. Nobody came. Nobody. I mean, just, I feel quite upset actually, thinking that, they could have actually, somebody could have waved a magic wand, just take the pain away a little bit, but they don't seem to be involved in healing. This is just something that's got to happen. So I did get some sleep this morning, and then I had the thought that this energy here was the crown chakra. So the thought did come to me. I mean, I worked it out. Whether somebody helped me work it out, I know this friend of mine had helped me. That he thought it was a crown. It's a crown chakra that was having a good clear out. That's all I can think of. It's a very powerful chakra, as we know, and it has to be cleared out like everything else. And I think that the healing, I don't think this is much if I tell you this, the healing really came with my spiritual master Maharaji. I've told you about him as his picture on the shelf there, and I just sat in here this morning and I thought, I was in tears. I was in tears with frustration, and I feel quite, we all go through stuff, but this has been like 6 years of hell, and it's never stopping. It's getting worse. I'm frightened because I feel it's getting worse. Doctors won't do anything. I don't want painkillers. They're not going to help me. I've got to know what this is. So in desperation, I began talking to him, this great master. I'm sure you know. And immediately I started talking, I felt something shift. An energy went. Something went. So I've worked out what I think it is. It's this full moon in Aries. You see, Aries is the head area anyway, and full moon's the ending of things, the clearing out and all that stuff. And I'm thinking that this download would have affected most people's head chakra, or crown chakra, or the head area, or any part really. But this was for me, I guess, that for a lot of people, that's what needed doing. So that's where it went. And I think that was like a clearing of that chakra. And so ultimately the energy, I don't know, when you clear things, you clear the energy, what happens to it? It goes somewhere. I guess it was still kind of there. I'm talking to my dear one, my dear master. It's just the consciousness thing, I guess, shifted it. Well, I have felt a lot better since, but now I'm afraid to go to bed again because the pain started in my legs. If only, but I mean, there are people with the same condition, but this energy that's downloaded, you see, it accentuates everything. Whatever illness you've got, it just makes it worse. It's not a healing energy, it's a bringing out energy. So, and I said to him, look, can't I ask for a dispensation? Can't you put a cloak around me or protect me from any more? Because at my age, my poor old body, I don't know how much more it could take. Old ladies don't get well, they usually die. So anyway, I'm just passing this on. I'm going to see what time it is. I'm just passing this on. Gosh, 8 minutes already. Because I feel somebody else would like to hear what was happening, what could happen, what does happen. It will ease their mind. Because if somebody had told me this yesterday evening, I would have been a lot happier, a lot more calm. I think once you know what things are, you can deal with them better. Okay, dear, I'm going to go now. I'm starting to cough. Okay, you take care of yourselves. God bless for now.